Very interesting. I'm the only person, and we got 10 calls in the queue there, and we got a major outage. I'll be ready to get up out of here soon.
Points you would become not productive or not positive, we would look at moving your termination date up. And if at any point
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Eric?
Good.
Good. I was just calling. Normally, once a resignation is, submitted and we've made the announcement, I connect with that employee and just kind of go over a couple things. I know you and Lynn conversation with your last day being the 23rd, so I'll be setting up an exit meeting, probably maybe yet this week or early next week on the 23rd, where we'll meet probably early afternoon, where we'll meet at the Prior Lake office, and I'll collect that you have. I go over some information with you about just different things that we go over with employees that are exiting the company. And then after that, then, you would no longer be an employee with us. I'll talk about like what you have access to and Paycom and stuff like that during that meeting. I know has set up the benefit meeting with you to go over benefits and what that would look like in, if you want to continue some things or if you just want to cancel things. She'll review that with you. During this time, of course, to the 23rd, this is a statement that I tell everybody that at any point you would become not productive or not positive, we would look at moving your termination date up. And if at any point you feel like you want to adjust it, you just have to kind of work with for myself between that. But otherwise, if you do you have any other questions or comments for me?
You said not positive or productive?
Yeah, where if any time in these next, over this week and into next week to the 23rd, if there would be any issues about being positive or productive, we may look at moving your term date.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Now the 23rd. What time would that? Because let me see. I have
the 23rd. Would it work at either sometime between 1 and 2 in the afternoon?
Let me take a look.
That's what Linda had.
Oh yeah. Yep. I was looking at a different calendar date. So yeah. That'll work. So I would just gather up my stuff, and then just. Yeah, that will work fine. So now, would I be covered that entire day, or would that be like a?
Yeah, good question. So it's only the time that you would work. So your shift starts at noon, correct?
Right.
Yep. So it would be from noon until the end of our meeting. So it's a half-hour meeting that I schedule, and I'm not sure if it will be at 1:30 or 2, but I'll be sending that soon. So you can look at the time once the meeting time. If it's 1 or if it's 1:30 or 2:30, you would put in the time only for that hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay. So the meeting is on. So when I get there, the meeting will only be about a half hour. And that'll include go ahead.
No, I was going to say it won't even take a full half hour, but we will pay a full half hour for that.
Okay, now my travel time getting there, would that be included? Because that would be considering a day, right?
So the travel time because how long does it take you to get to the office? Is it about an hour?
45 minutes to an hour. And then you say I start at noon. So would I just start traveling at noon?
Yeah, well, either at I have to look because Linda's off, so it'll be mine and Colin that will be meeting with you. And so if it's noon, we would have the meeting at 1, but I'm not sure if 1 o'clock works or if it'll be like 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So your day will start at noon, and you can take down your equipment or just get ready to leave, and then whatever time we meet, it may be 1:30 or 2 o'clock, you'll just get paid from noon until that end of that meeting.
All right, that'll work.
So you probably won't be on the phones or anything that day, but we'll just have you be paid from noon until the end of our meeting.
Okay, and then you'll tell me You'll let me know what time that'll be within the next couple days there.
Yes. Yep. It'll be sometime here before the end of this week. I will send you a meeting invite, and Colin and myself will be on that. And then there'll just be information in there, just reminders of things that, you want to bring along, all your equipment and, cords and, different things like that be on that day. And then there'll be about your timesheet, some information in there about that. And so, yeah, that invite will be coming soon.
Okay. All right. That'll work.
Yep. Perfect. And then do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, I did have a question. I was upon the I know that I had talked to principal, some time ago, where they basically said that after departure of the company will send some kind of like release thing where if I wanted to, move or withdraw my funds, I could. And how long does that take? Because my last day will be, I know the last payday will be the 31st. So how long will it take for you guys to call them up and basically say, okay, he's released?
Yeah, good question. So, when I think the 21st, was it the 21st that you have with Kathy about benefits? Yeah,
right.
She's meeting with you. So she's going to go over all of that information with you, but she puts in your term date on the date that
term date, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So the 23rd is when she'll submit all your information, and then she'll let you know what you need to do with principal also, because there's some work we do on our side, and then you'll have to do some on your side also.
Right.
And then, yep. So she'll go over all of that with you, but she would submit it on your last day.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming the last paycheck that will go towards that will be the last 401k payment.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Unless you go into principal before then and make changes.
Okay.
If you go and you change your percentage to 0, or that you no longer want to put any money in, or if you put more money in, or whatever you would like to do, it would remain the same and come out on that last paycheck, unless you make changes.
Okay, I might make a change. I just might. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, yep, that's completely up to you. But yeah, otherwise then she'll go over all of that with you next Tuesday, and then give you the information that you'll need for for principal, for short-term, long-term, life insurance if you have voluntary, or what happens with life insurance and things like that too. Your medical, dental, all of that she'll go over with you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, good questions. So then just watch for my email invite this week as far as, the exit meeting, and then we'll just, continue work as normal till the 23rd and then go from there. My only other question to you was, was there anything Nuvera could have done differently, or was it just a better opportunity for you and your family, or kind of your thoughts there?
I can't really think of too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't really think of too much.
Okay, no, that sounds great. Well, then, of course, if there's anything more that you need from me in that meantime, just definitely let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you on the 23rd for sure, just to collect the items and go over the termination information.
Okay, perfect.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Derek. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. I was going to keep it light, but let me tell you about now a real company, most companies, like when you get like place where they, salary, I'm going to be honest, this was kind of a BS position. I'm just going to keep it real. I was going to keep it light. I'm just going to keep it 100, man. Usually they'll just pay you for the whole damn day. That's why you see, I asked them, I said, well, my travel time, because if I start at noon, so if I want all my time. They should have just cleared me out for the whole day. But they're like, okay, we just want to give this nigga these few hours. But I'm going to have some PTO time that might cover some of that. But they should have just gave me the whole fucking 8 hours. But I won't have to do the whole day and deal with this bullshit anymore. So that's cool. Now, something just happened that I want y'all to take a look at. And I'm going to post this. Just right now, usually they do this later. but they just sent something to tech support, and then they copied HR, which, you know, I don't know if tech support and field support is all in one. But, and I'm going to touch on that positive thing that she was talking about. I'm going to touch on that. Now, the manager gets sent an email just letting the company know, well, I submitted a resignation. So I would have been better off, you know, whenever I move around, I don't announce it to everybody. I ain't trying to get in with y'all's LinkedIn and do all that. I don't do all that. When I bounce, and when I bounce, I bounce. I don't need to talk to everybody, and everybody don't gotta know. But she gets sent something saying that I just, resigned. Then what it is they're kind of salty. Now remember, these are the folks that kind of took me through the ringer, and the HR that I just got off the phone with. This chick lied to me saying, well, the position we hired you for is because of somebody else or whatever. But remember, they denied me. Remember at first, they asked for my reference check and they denied me. Remember that back in June, y'all? Because I remember I put a couple podcasts together. They denied me. So I basically became like they try to, almost like you try to friend zone a nigga some shit. You try to pull one of them moves. They denied me and they didn't want to hire me. And then much later, something fell through and they came back. And I asked them, I said, what happened? Oh, there was a new position opening for different hours. I knew that was BS because I was qualified. The same position that you wanted me for, it was second shift. So they tried to make it seem like it was a schedule issue. No, it wasn't. That wasn't the issue. So if I wasn't good enough then, why am I good enough now? So what it is they're kind of upset that I basically, took power in my own hands and said, the hell with y'all, I'm out. But that whole positive thing, like, well, if your performance, they'll move it up even sooner or whatever. And it's kind of like they're talking about positive or performance. What the hell does that mean? Basically, if we're not performing the way that you want, we'll move it up sooner. So you may not be doing this or doing that or whatever. And that, you see, I asked questions. I stayed in the question mode. That was some BS. But now I'm putting it out on blast. Since they pulled that, I'm putting it out on blast. I'm just going to let y'all know what happened. That was the person that lied about my dollar. As far as I'm concerned, y'all owe me 160 hours over the past couple months times $1. You owe me over $500 because I was supposed to get another $1 per what I got. And they didn't do that. So that's another reason I'm getting up out of there too. I mean, it's all about the bag. I ain't loyal to none of these damn companies. I go for the highest price. So I'm going to do a major review for this, but just so y'all know, yeah, I'm just going to put it out there. I'll probably take the names out there. I might not, but I'll probably take the names out there. But my manager's not going to be around next week, so I got to meet with her. She's talking about a half hour or whatever. I don't want to stay no extra time out in damn Prior Lake. I want to drop y'all shit off and just be done. But, it is what it is. I mean, I'm going to have to go out there. They said pack up the equipment around noon to get paid for that. And then put in the time, because I got the time sheet I could put in. I could do that from home. So they said they could move up do the production or something. And that doesn't make sense. You know why? Because the manager done already said they're happy for me to be here. And I probably should have asked her that. I'm happy for you to be here. So if you're happy for me to be there, and I know it's a little song and dance, but it's kind of like, what would be the reason to get rid of me any sooner? They know that people's production ain't going to be at best or whatever the case may be. So they try to pull that, So it looks like there's seven in the queue. There's 7 in the queue. Remember last night I took 40 calls. There's 7 people in the queue right now. 7. There's 7 people in the queue. All right. And ain't nobody taking calls except me half the time. So I don't know. It could be something a little nefarious. I do find it very interesting that she just went and told everybody that I left. I never told her to do that. Usually they don't do that. But you know, it is what it is. But we're gonna I think the next thing that I'm gonna cover, there's an article that just came out about with CBS News by Julie Ingram talking about, does the tech industry really need so many workers on H-1B visas? So I might break that down a little bit too. But yeah, they're talking about production. Man, I'm doing the least. I'm not breaking my neck. Not at all. And you still got people that's kind of pinging me because they didn't know, but now it's going to be people reaching out talking about, oh, well, you know, this, that, and the third. And if you ever want to, I'm not interested in connecting with none of these folks. None of these folks here can help me get to the next level. The only thing I need is a reference and a confirmation of date and time. This was a complete throwaway. It's just moving me to my next position. That's all it's doing. It's just moving me to my next position, y'all. So, you know, all of these little independent pings through Microsoft Teams that people might want to give me and say, hey, look, oh, here's this. And can you do this? Can you do that? Man, I'm not doing nothing. Nothing. More powers to y'all. You know, I'm not thrilled about all the little janky comments in the Microsoft Teams and all the little snippy comments whenever I ask for basic information. You know, so that's all good. I'm out. And that's really what that was about. They're kind of salty because now they got to go back and try to find somebody for this bullshit company. So, yeah, I'm going to give y'all some more audio, though. If I get some angry callers, don't worry about it, y'all. This is going to be fun. I'm going to get some angry callers online, man, and we going to make this do what it do. All right, y'all. Peace.